Okay, everyone, let's talk about Social Security today. Quite a few learning objectives, mainly from CFP board. It is really important concept. Like you guys know, I teach using CFP board money education worksheet, right? So this is one whole page of Social Security, and even with one whole page, I don't think they cover everything they need to cover. This part is, how would I say it? When you do the CFP exam, it's not going to be heavily weighted. However, when you do a case, right, when you prepare something for clients, this is always embedded. And then the rules are getting very complicated, and there are even software they develop to make sure they maximize the benefits for clients. So there are like several people specializing in social security strategies, and I'm not one of them, unfortunately. And so I will just teach you guys what I think is important for the exam and in your daily practice. But if you want to look at it really from a technical investment perspective, you need to do more of your own research. Okay. So we'll talk about all those here, mainly introductions. So there are a lot of calculations here, and we will try to limit that because when you talk to clients, a lot of times you don't have to do the calculation, especially it's tax involved. Ideally, for best practice, you need to work together with the accountant or CPA to make sure all the tax are done correctly. You just need to communicate clearly with them about the trade-offs. Okay. So this is really important, Social Security, not in this class, it's just overall for the society. So I think there's a video here. It was originally in 1935. I think it's directly after the Great Recession, Great Depression. Great Recession was 2007, right? And then they have Social Security. It's the same idea, Medicare and Social Security is the same idea. It's the largest government program in the world. Okay.
Yeah, that's funny.
Actually, it's very good. Okay, for you guys in the U.S., it's a really good system. Social Security is an insurance program, guys. It's an insurance program. Or, in my opinion, everything about finance is insurance. And then you can think about it as a financial product, right? So there is a YouTube video. Even though I'm not American, but I think this is very important. The founders or some really important people in this country a long time ago did something really important and correct to make things the right way, to care about the people, I would say. So you need to, you don't want to take it for granted, okay? We don't really have those in many other countries. In some other countries, even if they have something similar, but it's never in to this level, and then it's never this clear. Okay. So President Obama also said something about it. It's different scenario. Okay, I think he said it because people worry that this program is underfunded because you need to pay them, right? And then where do you get the money is a question. So I think President Obama was talking about it because people worry that you don't have enough benefits. And then those are the important things, okay? The benefits available, retirement benefits, okay? When people retire, they have some benefits. Disability benefits, you will get disabled, you will have some income. Overall family, right? Kids mainly. And then survivors, right? If the breadwinner died because of some accident, the surviving spouse will be able to get some money, okay? Not that much money, but at least some to have a good level of living standards, okay? And then Medicare, this is very important. This is the main reason why people rely on Social Security or Medicare, okay? Or medical. This is medical. Because insurance companies are for profit, okay? So for people who go to hospital every day, they don't want to write insurance for those people who go to hospital every day. Those people that are old, okay, in retirement. Because it's like an older car, right? Whenever it's getting old, you need to fix certain things. Something will break. So I was just changing my brake rotors on the cars. Then we have supplement. So those with low income and few assets, they can be qualified for relatively more amount of income through Social Security. So those are numbers, 1 trillion. That's why people worry about it. Okay, every year, okay, you pay around $1 trillion. The money is not out of anywhere. They cannot print it. It's from some people, from everyone who is working, who is paying into the Social Security system. So every month when you receive your paycheck, you will see that they have many deductions. A large part is Social Security benefit. Okay, you don't like it. You don't like it, but you need to know that it is a major source of income for most of the elderly. Okay, especially those that don't have a lot of financial wealth. I know like everyone in this class is financial planning major, and you want to be wealth managers. So your clients will probably don't treat Social Security the same way as many normal like U.S. Retirees. Most of clients with wealth will treat Social Security as, what is it called? As vacation money. Yeah, that's what I heard. For your clients, some of them just use the money like they think it's tax returns. Okay, they just use the money for fun, and it's not that much for them. But you need to know that for most of Americans, this is a large part of their income. And you need to know that many of them have no private pension coverage, okay, and then they have no savings set aside. That's why it's so important to them. But it is not looking good for the Social Security system. It's currently underfunded. What is underfunded? You need to pay someone, right? You need to pay people, and you need to get money to pay it, to fund that payment or obligation. And then you don't have enough money right now. Even though you can still say, I can claim, I can ask people to pay more tax, but I don't think that will happen easily in the U.S. Essentially, whoever is right now working are paying for those retired. Right now, like 2.2 workers for each beneficiary. That's what it looks like, the ratio. So that's hard, okay? You need to know that those 2.2 workers, they have family to raise. They have state income tax. Maybe they need to buy health insurance. They need to pay education, right? They might need to come to a school to study finance. Okay. And then so they put the money into 2 different trusts. Okay, one is Social Security, one is Medicare. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but you need to know that it's quite high. 6.2% for the Social Security part. They have a cap. So if you are more than this, you don't have to pay more. It's just this times this. If you make more than this amount of money, this is a good amount of money. Okay, make it's probably like medium salary in banks. And then 1.45% of total compensation. Okay, that's your medical cost. Okay, so in total 7.65%. It is not a small percentage. If you are self-employed or if you are employed, employer pays the second part. If you are self-employed, right, you have another 7.65% from your side. That's fairly high. So in order to qualify those benefits, you will think qualify for Social Security, right? You are wrong. That's unfortunate. Okay. And it makes sense because I think that's the U.S. system, right? You work hard, you get rewarded. You need to put down some effort. You don't want to do nothing. I personally think that's the right thing to do. Seems the current administration is pushing too far into that, too extreme. Fully insured, okay, you have to have 40 quarters of coverage, which means you have to work like 10 years, okay, minimum. That's a really good way to think about it. They say, oh, 4 quarters maximum per year. Certainly, like you don't have to work like for whole 10 years. You need to file a tax return for 10 years, and then every year you need to make more than this amount of money, right? To make more than $5,000 every year as your earned income to be eligible. Because whenever you have earned income, those means that you are paying into the Social Security system. Again, this is the insurance, right? This is the insurance. Even though currently like the young working population are paying for the retiree, but essentially those people should, if everything is correct, pay for themselves overall. So the idea is whoever born in 71, okay, they need to pay for each other. The rich pays more, the relatively less rich pays less. That's the whole idea, okay? And then this is for fully insured. They have fully insured and then insured for survival benefit. This is less restricted as compared with fully insured, right? You just need to meet 6 quarters coverage out of the previous 13 quarters. So that's what it looks like. It's less strict as compared with 10 years. Okay. The benefits will apply to the worker, okay, and then spouse, children, dependent parents. We will talk more about it, and then divorced spouse, okay, with more than 10 years of marriage. Retirement benefit is payable at retirement. For fully insured retirees, they have a normal retirement age. Okay, it is going up. You can retire early, but they will pay you less. You can delay your retirement or delay the benefit. They will just pay you more. That's what it said. Okay, increased benefits for delayed retirement beyond normal retirement age. Why they can pay you more money for it? Is that because of the rate of return? No, it is partly because the other is because people die. You get the money of those who died earlier, so you will think that, oh, those are unlucky people. You can think that way, okay? If you live long enough, you're lucky, and that's why you get paid a little bit more. This is an annuity, okay? Finance is all the same. They have different hats, but essentially it's all about cash flow and the time and what's going on about the structure. It's very like building some mechanical product, like building a car or car engine. It's very, very similar. I hope you guys can feel that one day. Not for financial planners, okay? Financial planners, a lot of times you act as counselors. But if you work as an institutional financial analyst, very likely it's very mechanical, very engineering oriented. Decreased benefit, if you want to claim your money earlier, right? And then they have some kind of penalty. You will consider it to be a penalty because you receive money too early, and then they worry they don't have enough money to pay you. That will just decrease your benefit every year. Okay. So the full retirement age will change, right? Because people live longer. Why people live longer? Because we have nutrition, okay, better nutrition. The food that you eat is getting better. Some people will disagree, but you have to agree in general. The medical technology is advancing, right? So I was talking to some friends a while ago, and then the cancer, it seems they right now making significant progress in cancer treatment. So those are non-treatable a while ago, like 2-3 years ago, and then they have something to deal with it right now. Not 100% cured, right, but they still can treat it to make people live longer. That's why nutrition and the medical technology, that's 2 main reasons why, what I think of. Okay. And then how much money are you going to be eligible for? You just need to know they have something called average index monthly earnings. Do you need to calculate it? No. So they have a calculator online. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So when you fill in the calculator and then it will ask you to do many years, you need to know it's not from me, guys. Okay. Because they need to use all those years of income to figure out the PIA or AIME, as we mentioned a while ago, and then they have a table here. It's like progressive tax table. Don't worry about it. You get what you get. And you can use a calculator. This is much easier. Again, I'm teaching it from a very practical perspective. I can ask you guys to calculate those if I have nothing else to do. I can even make it a question on the exam just for fun, but I'm not gonna do that. I think the fact that even though I'm a PhD, but the fact that I have a CFP and a CFA helps me to focus on the real important practical part. You can retire early. You can retire as early as 62. Many people, I wouldn't call them not smart people. I was watching YouTube videos and then they want to change the title, right, to only stupid people will buy this. That's a way to get people's attention. But that's in general not a good idea, especially for our clients, because they don't need the money, okay? They have wealth. I would say this is probably not a good idea not good for clients. Certainly if you do it for yourself or some friends who have no wealth, that's a different story. If they just want it and then they worry they will die too soon. And then it will permanently reduce the benefit. You just need to be aware of that, okay? They have a formula over there. This is what we recommend, okay? This is what we recommend for our clients. Delay retirement, delay to claim Social Security, okay? Because they have money, okay? And then because you increase the benefit by 3 to 8% each year if you delay retirement age to age 70. Okay, that is good for financial advisors. Why? Because it will also eliminate or hedge some longevity risk. Again, this is an annuity. If you delay it, essentially you long an annuity. That's what you are doing here. Okay. And then so they have different people, right, born at different years, so they have different rules. But what you need to know is it will increase. Again, if you are interested in the Social Security investment strategies, you need to be very familiar with those ratios and then how that changes. I just talk briefly here, okay? So that's what it looks like. And if you retire early and versus retire later, okay, so this is the benefit change. You guys see that? It's a very significant change of benefit. Again, I think our clients belong here, but I can totally understand why some people do it here. So they have some tests, okay? They have some tests available, and then it's reduced. So this is a really important part. I was not aware of that. I heard people say, okay, in retirement, if I work, it will hurt my Social Security, and then some people would be better off just not working because many of them work part-time. They don't get paid a lot either. Because I don't know why it is over there. It seems it makes no sense. But anyway, it is a rule over there. If you know why, just let me know. What they say is, if you have earnings from wage or self-employment income, right, it will reduce your Social Security benefit. Those are not considered bad income from their perspective. I don't know why. I think it's a good idea to ask people to work, and then that will be good for the society. That will help them solve some of the underfunding issue. Because people are paying into it. Maybe that's why they think those people who are working, paying into it is not as much as the benefit paid to them. So you guys can see that if you work, right, if you claim before normal retirement age, for every $1, okay, no, for every $2 money you make through a part-time job or whatever, it's earning income, it will reduce your Social Security benefit by $1. And then if it's above this amount, okay, and then if you reach that, it's less severity on that age, right? $3. However, if you attaining normal retirement age, they have no penalty. So that's why some people, I think that the retirement age is 67, right? Some people will choose to not work between 62 to 67 because it will hurt their Social Security benefit, and they are going. They did the math. They are better off just not doing any part-time job or not get paid doing those. There were a lot of. So you can withdraw and reapply. I don't know whether this rule still is here. But that was like it's called suspend and resume. People call it different names, and I think this is 2018, right? They wrote the book. I heard that they fixed it, so don't quote me on this. And then Social Security benefits are also taxable. Okay, you just need to know that they have some hurdles: married, jointly, single. The book has like several pages to ask you to calculate those. I don't think I'll ask you to do that. It's not because it's not important. It's because when you do when you do tax 1040 filing, you will see there is a line Social Security and then Social Security, right, and then they have another line called taxable Social Security. So not all Social Security income is taxable, but depends on your modified AGI. Okay, and then some part can be taxable. It ranges from 0 to 85%. Okay. Taxable means it's not gonna. It means it will be including your taxable income. It doesn't mean they will tax you 85%. That's insane. Okay. You know those hurdles. When I was taking the CIP exam, I don't recall they ask you to calculate those. I did recall that when I take the class, they ask you to calculate it. I don't see a lot of value of doing this. Okay. I prefer everything to be programmed. You guys know I'm very into programming, right? If you tell me those rules, I can program it fairly easily. As soon as you give me a spreadsheet. Okay. So that's what it looks like. Okay. So basically, if you make more than this, okay, very likely 85% of that will be including your taxable income. If you are less than this, and then none of that will be including your taxable income. If you're in between, okay, if you're in between, so it will be in between too. So they have some rules available. Let's talk about disability benefits. Okay. So if they cannot perform any gainful work payable at any age, you have to be fully insured with 20 quarter coverage in the last 40 quarters. So this is more restricted as compared with previous full retirement benefit, right? Because you have to work 50% in most recent 10 years. So that's what it says. Benefit payable to family members. We're talking about family benefits. Okay. So if you are a worker, you receive retirement benefits or disability benefits, and then your spouse and children are also eligible to receive some money. They have some rules. Okay. So the spouse needs to be this age and older, caring for a child under age 16, who's disabled. Yeah, they have those, and then they have those too, right? So you can get those benefits only after you have you meet some criteria. I think this can be tested. I will probably test you guys on those rules. I care a lot about those rules. And then let me go to the textbook. I don't really go to the textbook that often, but I think there is a table, like there is this table here. That I will probably look into when I was doing the exam, okay? Because I remember CFE exam test them heavily. This part, just rules, okay? Just rules on multiple choice questions. And we have survivor benefits, right? Again, if someone died, and then the spouse will be taken care of. For the widowed, they have some rules. They can marry, but I think we will talk about that later. Okay? And then we have unmarried children. Okay, dependent parents for the deceased worker. They need to be dependent parents. I don't know in practice how do they test their dependent. Maybe just use IRS rules as a qualification for dependents, right? Whenever you do a 1040, you need to tell them how many dependents you have, and then they have rules for dependent. Death benefits, not that much. Don't rely on it. Okay, it's nothing. Okay. They have maximum family benefit. Okay, you think, oh, this is a good deal, right? Everyone gets some money. That's not true. They have a family benefit. Okay, up to one cap. They have filing strategies. It's very complicated. A lot of times, if you do like a cash flow projection, right, it's not that complicated. You just factor in the Social Security benefits. However, as I was mentioning, if you are really into it as an investment strategy to maximize the output, right? It's complicated because it depends on age, income, asset, tax, and uncertainty. It's always here. The only reason why financial planning is hard is because we have a lot of uncertainty. It's the same why finance is different from accounting because of many uncertainty. Let's talk about Medicare. Again, this is one of the main reasons why people, even our clients who have a lot of wealth, they need to rely on Medicare for medical treatment because they cannot get insurance, health insurance anywhere. Designed for people aged 65 and older, disabled. Then they have 3 parts. Part A is just hospital coverage, right? They have some deductibles, and they have co-insurance. It's kind of high. In skilled nursing home, you need to know that they don't cover anything after 100 days, so that's why we have long-term care. We talk about this. Okay? And then you guys can just pay attention to deductible. It is some money, okay? Medical insurance, Part B, okay? So this is when you get all those benefits. But the thing you need to know is you have to pay a premium, monthly premium for this. So on the book, like most people on average pay $109, okay? And then it can go up if you have high income, okay? So you will cover those. They also have deductibles. Medical B is prescription drug, okay? It was new, it's from 2006. And then you must have A and B to be eligible to this part. We have supplemental security income. So for individuals with low income and a few assets, okay, you can apply to something additional. Okay. So I think this is also important. I'll probably test it because that's what they will test you on the exams. So workers receiving benefits based on his own earning, it doesn't matter, right? If you divorce or anything. Individual receive benefits based on spouse earning. Let's say your wife divorced you, right? And then benefit will cease, okay? She will not receive any benefits unless, okay, she's 62 years old and was married longer than 10 years. That makes sense? It's the same. Like if you have a wife who is making a lot of money and then get divorced, and then your benefits will cease. Okay. However, if you meet those 2 criteria, you can still receive the benefits. Okay. You can remarry. Okay. However, you will have the benefits will cease unless you are 60 or older. Okay. There are some benefits living in the United States. That's quite common. In China, okay. Many Americans rely on Social Security benefits. They can make a good living because Chinese yuan, right, to US dollar is like $1 can buy 7 Chinese yuan. So if you receive like let's say $3,000, right, every month from the Social Security, and then if you convert it, right, it is 21,000. It's a good amount of money, okay. I wouldn't say super rich, but it is above middle class in China. That's why many Americans, I know, I saw some, okay, in the media, and personally I know several. In Shenzhen, I was in Shenzhen before, right? They moved to China, living a good life, okay, because of Social Security. But think about it, $3,000 in the US, probably not a good idea to have a good life. You probably live like poor, right? I wouldn't say like in poverty, but you won't have a good life. That's why yeah, you can go to other countries, but those 2 are excluded because they cannot mail you mail a check to those 2 countries. North Korea, we don't know why. Cuba, I don't know. Is that changing? Okay, that's all I have for today. Thank you.